If you would have told me when I was a kid that someday I would be doing science next to Professor Proton, I would not have believed you.
If someone had told me that people would still call me Professor Proton when I was 83 years old, I never would have quit smoking.
I'm sorry, Dr. Jeffries. I'm just excited. This nano vacuum tube idea of yours it's really interesting.
Hello, Leonard. Oh, hello, Arthur. What an odd coincidence that you're both here.
Why is it odd?
Because as it just so happens, I'm also spending the day with a beloved children's television science personality. Isn't that right, new friend and colleague, Bill Nye, the science guy? Sorry, I replaced you with a newer model.
Wow, Arthur Jeffries, it's an honor to meet you. My show never would have happened without yours.
That's what I told my lawyers.
Mr. Nye, hello. I'm sorry he got you involved in this nonsense.
He said I'd be speaking to a class.
Well, no, I said you were teaching someone a lesson. Now let's go.
What are you guys working on?
Oh, we're making nano vacuum tubes.
It's interesting.
Haven't you stolen enough from me? Back off, bow tie.
Go for Dr. K.
Is this Rajesh Kuthrapalli?
Yes, who is this?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Wow. How fun is this Twitter thing, huh?
You think you're funny?
I'm not Seinfeld funny, but I did an open mic night once.
You're not funny.
Yeah, that's what they said at the Chuckle Hut.
How about this? I've got a book signing at Froman's in Pasadena next week. Why don't you come by and say some of those things to my face?
Oh, no, but thanks for the invite.
Smart move. And the next time you pick up your phone, remember, I'm the guy who kicked Pluto out of the solar system.
And it deserved it, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Whoa, that was fun. Let's see who else needs a deGrasse kicking.
Bill Nye, science guy.
Hey, Bill, Neil Tyson, we've got to talk.
Raj, have you seen Howard?
I think he's eating lunch. Sheldon, I want you to meet Neil deGrasse Tyson from the Hayden Planetarium in New York.
I'm quite familiar with Dr. Tyson. He's responsible for the demotion of Pluto from planetary status. I liked Pluto. Ergo, I do not like you.
But I actually didn't demote Pluto. That was a vote of the International Astronomical Union.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Think about that, Dr. Tyson.
Is that the guy you were telling me about?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking, you won the Nobel Prize, 3 years ago? So you must deal with a whole lot of what has Smoot done lately. My thought is, we continue my research as a team, Cooper, Smoot, alphabetical, and when we win the Nobel Prize, you'll be back on top.
With all due respect, Dr. Cooper, are you on crack?
Fine, Smoot Cooper. Wow, what a diva. Professor Hawking, it's an honor and a privilege to meet you, sir.
I know.
I want to thank you for taking time to see me.
My pleasure. I enjoyed reading your paper very much. You clearly have a brilliant mind.
I know.
Your thesis that the Higgs boson is a black hole, accelerating backwards through time, is fascinating.
Well, thank you. It came to me one morning in the shower.
That's nice. Too bad it's wrong.
What do you mean wrong?
You made an arithmetic mistake on page 2. It was quite a boner.
No, but that can't be right. I don't make arithmetic mistakes.
Are you saying I do?
Oh, no, of course not. It's just, I was thinking, oh gosh golly, I made a boo-boo. And I gave it to Stephen Hawking.
Great. Another fainter.
There you go.
You gotta be kidding me.
Sorry?
You're Elon Musk.
I am?
What are you doing here?
I'm washing dishes. Well, I was on the turkey line, but I got demoted for being too generous with the gravy.
Oh, man. What an honor to meet you. I'm such a fan of Tesla and SpaceX, all your companies. Howard Wolowitz, Caltech.
Nice to meet you, Howard. It feels great to come down here and help the less fortunate, huh?
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than helping people. Which is something I realized when I was viewing Earth from the deck of the International Space Station, where I spent 2 months as a payload specialist, a job I was qualified for because I'm an MIT-trained engineer.
And I thought I ladled the gravy on thick.
Sorry, it's just, you're you, and I really want you to adopt me.
Well, you're here on Thanksgiving, so you're probably a good person.
Oh, I made my wife come down, too.
You think you might ever get back out to space?
Is that a job offer? Because I really want to go to Mars. Assuming I can bring my wife. She hardly takes up any room. She's basically a carry-on.
Well, we're not quite there yet, but we're always looking for engineers. So let me give you my email and we can stay in touch.
Thank you.
Oh, look. Someone hardly touched their pumpkin pie. Want to share it with me?
A partially eaten piece of pumpkin pie from a homeless shelter with Elon Musk? You bet I do!
12-я ступень готова.
12-я ступень в порядке.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah?
I changed my mind. I don't want to do this.
Good one.
Yeah, I'm a funny guy. I also have a hysterical bit planned for later where I pretend to cry through the whole launch.
Hey, Fruit Loops, what's up?
Hey, Mike. Listen, NASA asked me to throw out the first pitch at an Angels game. You got any advice?
Yeah, don't do it. What else you up to?
Why shouldn't I do it?
There's no upside. If you do well, no one cares. And if you screw up, you're an idiot on YouTube forever.
But it's for a good cause. What about all the kids that'll be there?
That's what I'm telling you. Kids are the worst. My own daughter tweeted I have a giant nose.
Well, maybe I'll do a good job.
I don't know. In space, you couldn't even toss me a pen, and that was in zero gravity.
Okay, thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime, Fruit Loops. Give your wife a hug for me. She's so much cuter than you. I don't know how you ever got her.
He's so nice.
Professor Thorne.
Dr. Hofstadter.
You know my wife, Penny.
Sure.
Hi.
We wanted to talk to you about Dr. Cooper. Now, before you say no...
No.
Well, then after you say no...
No.
Okay, look, Sheldon's a pain in the ass, but Dr. Fowler's really nice. So if you average them out, math, you got someone who's okay.
And more than the person, the Nobel is about the work. You should understand that more than anyone.
Yes, because of your work on gravitational waves.
You know my work?
I do, but I'm really hogging this conversation, Leonard.
Just give them a chance. Science has a history of difficult people. Look at Newton, who was a jerk to Leibniz, and Leibniz, who was a jerk to everyone.
Yeah, and I don't need to tell you that gravitational waves are disturbances in the curvature of space-time. Or that Hey, you worked in the movie Interstellar?
It's Stephen Hawking.
Answer it. I want to hear.
Professor Hawking, how nice of you to call.
Hello. I really enjoyed our game, Dr. Cooper.
Oh, me too.
Or should I say Dr. Loser? Ha ha ha.
Yes, congratulations. You won fair and square. Very impressive, sir.
Do you like brain teasers?
Oh, I love brain teasers.
What does Sheldon Cooper and a black hole have in common? They both suck.
Hey, what you watching?
I don't know. Raj sent me some video of Buzz Aldrin.
Here you go. It's a Milky Way. The Milky Way's a galaxy in space. I've been in space. Here's a Mars bar. I'm an astronaut. And this one's a moon pie. I walked on the moon. What have you done?
Okay, I get it.
Okay, who's ready for some science? Me too. Okay, I am Dr. Leonard Hofstadter. I am here with my friends, Dr. Cooper and real-life astronaut Howard Wolowitz. And we are going to show you girls how cool a job in science can be. How cool, you ask? Well, how about negative 273 degrees? Because that's the temperature at which entropy reaches its minimum value. Did I just learn something new and have fun doing it? What? All right. So now let's bring out theoretical physicist, Dr. Sheldon Cooper.
Hello, female children. Allow me to inspire you with a story about a great female scientist. She is Polish-born, French-educated, Madame Curie. Co-discoverer of radioactivity, she was a hero of science until her hair fell out, her vomit and stool became filled with blood, and she was poisoned to death by her own discovery. With a little hard work, I see no reason why that can't happen to any of you. Are we done? Can we go?
The thing to remember is you can go to outer space too. I mean, look at me. I went to this very school. Those desks you're sitting in, I was once superglued to one of them.
Did you go to the moon?
No, but I did go to the International Space Station.
Did you fly the rocket?
No, but I was in the rocket. I didn't actually.
So you just flew around? That's kind of like my uncle. He's a flight attendant.
No, I'm an American hero. Your uncle brings people nuts, okay?
Boy, we are learning a lot here. Thank you, astronaut Howard. I am what's called an experimental physicist, which is super fun because I get to test theories and work with lasers. Yes?
How did you decide to become a scientist?
Oh, excellent question. I suppose I've always been into science. My mother and father are scientists, so I was kind of led in that direction. Pushed might be a better way to describe it. To be honest with you guys, when I was your age, I wanted to be a rap star. Like Snoop Dogg, but with a healthy respect for the police. Yeah, no, sure, you laugh. Just like my mother did. After I confided, I was derided and chided. My moms and I collided. She said my dreams were misguided. That's just a little freestyle. I never wanted to play the cello. How do you meet girls playing the cello? Hey, you want to come over to my house and listen to me play an instrument that sounds like a suicidal bumblebee?
Quick, pull the fire alarm. Let's get out of here.
Hello again. Yeah, I don't know if women in general have been actively discouraged from pursuing the sciences, but it's clear you young women here today have been. While I was listening to my colleagues waste your time, it occurred to me that it might be much more meaningful to hear about women in science from actual women in science. And I happen to know two brilliant examples who have agreed to speak to you on the phone right now. Dr. Rostenkowski, Dr. Fowler, are you there?
We're here.
Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to enlighten these young women.
It's our pleasure. I'm Dr. Fowler, and I'm a neuroscientist.
And I'm Dr. Rostenkowski-Wallowitz, and I'm a microbiologist.
The world of science needs more women, but from a young age, we girls are encouraged to care more about the way we look than about the power of our minds.
That's true. Every one of you has the capacity to be anything you want to be.
Unless you want to be Cinderella.
Come at me, see what happens.
It's for the Nobel laureates. We need them on our side, but unfortunately, Sheldon...
No, unfortunately, Sheldon, that's all you gotta say.
Well, so you need these people's support and you're sending them baked goods?
Yeah, they're pretty smart. Don't you think they're gonna realize it's just a bribe?
No, you'd think, but sometimes brilliant people can be painfully oblivious to social cues.
Thank you for pointing that out, Sheldon.
Anytime.
Sheldon Cooper.
Sheldon Cooper? Pass.
Sheldon Cooper. Aw. Ugh, oatmeal raisin. Ugh.
Oh, it's from Saul Perlmutter. He sent me a picture.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, look, he arranged the cookies to spell out thank you.
Sheldon, that word isn't thank.
My new book, The Hidden Reality, takes on a grand question. Is our universe the only universe? You see, there's a growing belief among scientists like me that ours may only be one among many universes populating a gigantic cosmos. In The Hidden Reality, I explore this possibility without presuming any knowledge of mathematics or physics on the part of the reader.
Hysterical.
Now,
I'm glad you talked me into this. We work so hard, sometimes it's nice to goof off and do something silly.
Agreed. Yeah, wait till you hear how he dumbs down Werner Heisenberg for the crowd. You may actually believe you're in a comedy club.
You can think about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle much like the special order menu that you find in certain Chinese restaurants where you have dishes in column A and other dishes in column B. And if you order the first dish in column A, you can't order the corresponding dish in column B. That's sort of like the uncertainty principle.
Bump.
Say, I heard an interesting tidbit about Howard and Bernadette.
Really, Amy? Gossip? I'm disappointed in you.
Now. Evolutionary biologist Robin Dunbar has identified gossip as an aid to social bonding in large groups.
Forgive my language, but poppycock.
What if he's right? And by not participating in gossip, society breaks down into small feral bands of tattooed motorcycle riders fighting to the death over the last few cans of tuna fish.
Fine. In the parlance of the urban music scene, what's the 411?
Bernadette is thinking about breaking up with Howard.
I believe our nation's tuna cans are safe. Excuse me. Dr. Green, question?
Yes.
You've dedicated your life's work to educating the general populace about complex scientific ideas.
Yes, in part.
Have you ever considered trying to do something useful? Perhaps reading to the elderly?
Excuse me?
Yeah, but not your books. Something they might enjoy. I kid, of course. Big fan.
We'll see
Hey, that is one hot weather girl.
82 in the inland.
How come if I say that, I get in trouble?
You want to say it? You can say it.
Be sure
Nice
to
try.
with me at
I have to find some other way to not have sex with me tonight. And it's not weather girl, it's weather woman.
And with us today to talk about the upcoming meteor shower and the best places to view it, Caltech astrophysicist Dr. Rajesh Koothrappali. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I guess Neil deGrasse Tyson was unavailable.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Not important. So, what can we expect to see from this meteor shower?
Well, I think you can count on a lot of flaming gas, which is what you would have gotten from your first choice, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Pull up, Raj, pull up!
Sounds like there's no love lost between you and Dr. Tyson.
Oh, no, I love Neil. I mean, not as much as Neil loves Neil, but who does, right?
I want to look away, but I can't.
You know, I'm told we are out of time, having learned nothing about meteor showers and too much about Dr. Koothrappali.
Thank you.
Would you like to hear some songs I've rewritten to get children interested in the hard sciences?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, well, I like music, I like science, I like making fun of Sheldon. Hit it.
There was a scientist who had a theory, and James Clerk Maxwell was his name. O-J-A-M-E-S-C-L-E-R-K space M-A-X-W-E-L-L. And James Clerk Maxwell was his name. There was a scientist who had a theory, and James Clerk Maxwell was his name. O-A-M-E-S.
Okay, oh, we get it.
Well, perhaps you'd prefer this one. The itsy bitsy spider is not an insect at all, because it has 8 legs and 2 body parts.
That's pretty cool, Sheldon.
Thank you. Yeah, do either of you know Beyonce? I'd love her to get behind it. Hey.
Hey.
Hello. You guys know the new Discovery class missions that NASA's been working on?
Yeah.
Well, they're looking to include a message from Earth in case one of them is encountered by alien life.
Oh, when I encountered alien life, I discovered that the key thing was not to sit in its spot.
You can't breathe our air without an inhaler. He's allergic to earth nuts, but I'm the alien.
Anyway, I'm among a handful of scientists that have been asked to submit a design proposal for the message and its delivery system.
Excellent.
Yes. And I was wondering if any of you guys would like to help me do it.
Are you kidding? Yes. What did you have in mind?
I'll tell you exactly what you should do. Avoid the presumption of the Terran sensory input paradigm.
Yeah, absolutely. You need a device capable of delivering information across a wide range of perceptual modalities.
Any intelligent organism would at the very least need the ability to locate the position of objects in space. So the ideal interstellar lingua franca would be haptic.
Ooh, how about a 3D tactile communicator rig for cross-sensory transposition?
Exactly what I expected. 2 people forcing their ideas on me, and only 1 gentleman who could be bothered to ask me what my thoughts were. You 2 are out. Congratulations, Leonard. You're on the team.
My mommy raised a gentleman.
Amy. Amy. Amy.
Will you marry me? One moment, please.
Really? You're gonna answer that right now?
It's Leonard. I don't want to be rude. Hello?
Oh, hey, where you been? We've been calling you for hours.
Oh, I'm sorry. My phone was on airplane mode.
Why?
Because I was on an airplane.
Hey, put him on speaker. Hey, where are you?
I came to Princeton to see Amy. It's a funny story, actually. I was having lunch with Dr. Nowitzki, and she kissed me.
Excuse me?
What?
I'm sorry.
And in that moment, I realized that Amy was the only woman I ever wanted to kiss for the rest of my life. So I came to New Jersey to ask her to marry me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Sheldon.
Yeah, although there was one man whose blessing I needed first. I've thought about it, and I really want to spend the rest of my life with Amy. Do I have your blessing?
Well, Sheldon, I think you should make her finger like Saturn and put a ring on it.
You asked Stephen Hawking and not her father?
Stephen Hawking's a genius. I mean, if he said no, I wasn't going to waste my time on her father.
But you did ask my father.
I did. He said yes. Although not in a robot voice, so it wasn't nearly as cool.
Okay, oh my God, I can't believe you guys are engaged.
We're not engaged yet. She's taking forever to answer.
Because you're on the phone.
We'll call you back. She said yes.
Congratulations! Sheldon, it's me.
What?
Look, I know you're mad, but I have to write a statement that says the physics community is close to a breakthrough, and since you actually believe that, I could really use your help.
Sorry, I can't.
Come on, don't be like that.
I can't because I think you were right.
What?
Look, not all science pans out. Now, we've been hoping supersymmetry was true for decades, and finally we built the Large Hadron Collider, which is supposed to prove it by finding these new particles, but it hasn't. Now, maybe supersymmetry, our last big idea, is simply wrong.
Well, that sounds awful. Now I get why everyone hates me.
On the bright side, after working together for 15 years, you finally get to hear me say you were right.
Yeah, you did.
How's it feel?
Given I might be unemployed, bittersweet.
Okay, so you guys are upset because the collider thing disproved your theories?
It's worse than that. It hasn't found anything in years, so we don't know if we're right, we don't know if we're wrong, we don't know where to go next.
All I know is it looks like I tongue-kissed Avatar.
Come on, you guys are physicists. Okay, you're always gonna be physicists. And sure, sometimes the physics is hard, but isn't that what makes it boring?
Hey, we're here. What's going on?
Okay, as far as I can see, science is dead because Leonard killed it. And I don't know who the Romulans are, but those guys know how to party.
So what do you want us to do?
I don't know, you're scientists, cheer them up.
Cheer them up? Do you even know what a scientist is?
But we don't need to be cheered up. It just turns out that physics is exactly like Lost. Started out great and turns out just a big old waste of time.
Who? You know what you sound like? Babies. Two whiny babies. There's nothing worse than being stuck with two whiny babies. Oh.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have two babies.
No, babies are great. You're lucky to have two babies. I mean, look at me. I'm all alone. I'm never gonna have babies. Because you can't make a baby watching Netflix with your dog.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, good news. They're inviting several Nobel laureates to our reception.
Oh, great. Like who?
Makoto Kobayashi.
Ooh.
What?
Well, I may have been less than kind to him about this Nobel Prize win.
Why?
I was jealous, angry, and new to Twitter. It was a dangerous combination.
Okay, so scratch Kobayashi. George Smoot's on here.
We have a history.
Saul Perlmutter?
Oh!
What about Kip Thorne?
Yeah, well, now that was a misunderstanding. I didn't know he was right behind me.
So you've alienated everyone we need to help us?
Well, Amy, if I'd known that someday we need them, I would never have insulted them.
Well, that doesn't make it better.
Oh. Well, it's also not true.
Sheldon, we've been together so long, it's hard to remember a time you weren't in my life. Believe me, I try. You make me laugh. You make me a better scientist. You make me crazy. You're more than just my roommate. You're my brother.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Cheers.
Cheers! Yeah. Thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh, wait. Stuart didn't get to speak.
Oh, okay. Sheldon and I've spent most of my life feeling invisible, but having you and everyone...
Hey, everybody, listen up!
You nailed it.
I've got someone who couldn't be here, but really wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Hello, Sheldon.
Professor Hawking.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I can't believe it.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, you're singing. Well, I'm sorry.
Happy birthday, dear Sheldon.
Professor Hawking, if you just give us 1 second, we'll light the candles and we can all sing together.
I was crushing it, but all right.
Okay, well, they get the cake, Sheldon. I just want to say, I hope you didn't think you're going to get through tonight without a hug.
You know, I used to hate these hugs. Now they're just extremely irritating.
Physics is all we're cut out for. I mean, if we weren't physicists, what would we be?
I don't know. Popular?
That's fine. I don't need to be a theoretical physicist. There's lots of things I could use this brain for. I could be an accountant for the mob. I could guess people's weight at the fair.
Okay, this is getting silly.
Is it? 180.
Okay, that is enough. Your lives are not wasted. Your careers are not at a dead end. You just hit a rough patch. Instead of feeling sorry for yourselves, you need to get up and get inspired.
How?
I don't know. You know, when I'm feeling down, I go for a run, which is exactly why I'm not 180 pounds, genius.
I know where we need to go.
Are we running there? Because watching drunk Sheldon run would be the highlight of my life.
We're going to see Richard Feynman.
Penny, Richard Feynman is an iconic
I
physicist.
know who he is. Leonard dressed as him for Halloween last year. I had no idea Richard Feynman was dead.
Yeah. Most people don't know he's actually buried right here in Altadena.
I'm sure they keep a lid on that to avoid traffic jams.
Oh, here he is.
Oh, wow, he's buried with his wife.
We get it. A lady loved you. Quit bragging.
Feynman was so cool. When I was a kid, I'd put on some headphones and crank up one of his lectures and just jam out to knowledge.
This guy knew how to live. Taught himself musical instruments. He'd studied Portuguese just to give a speech in Brazil.
The only part of me that's been to Brazil is my bikini line.
Okay.
He did so much. And here we are, stuck and letting him down.
You know, Feynman used to say he didn't do physics for the glory or the awards, but just for the fun of it.
He's right. Physics is only dead when we stop being excited about it.
Even beyond the grave, he's imparting wisdom. I'm the one who remembered it.
Give me the bottle. It might be a little corny, but I say we pour one out for all the science homies who came before us.
I love that.
Here comes some more.
We got to see him run.
Look, I wasn't gonna say anything, but since you seem to be okay with the article being canceled, I have a little confession. I'm the reason it was pulled.
What? How?
I sent the editors of the magazine a pretty scathing email.
Amy, what did you say?
I simply pointed out that they would never consider doing an article ranking male scientists on their sexuality, let alone showing them in various stages of undress.
Because no one wants to see Neil deGrasse Tyson in a wet t-shirt bent over the hood of a Porsche.
Isn't this nice? The pleasures of fellowship and camaraderie without having to tolerate your germy breath on my skin.
I say we just take him to Tatooine and sell him to some Jawas.
That's true, dude. Write your own jokes.
Oh, great. Hi, I'm Penny. I'll be your waitress.
Why are you introducing yourself?
I'd rather people not know I have any prior connection to you whatsoever.
Can you tell me the specials this evening?
Sheldon, I'm not waiting on you.
Obviously, I don't even have water yet.
Because you're not here.
That's discrimination against the otherwise located. I'm going to have to go over your head. Manager? Oh, Lord. Look who it is.
Steve Wozniak?
I think it is.
The great and powerful Woz.
Penny, Steve Wozniak was one of the co-founders of Apple Computer. He and Steve Jobs started
I know who he is. I watched Dancing with the Stars.
I must speak to him.
Of course you must.
You know, there's an Olive Garden down the street. You guys should try it sometime.
Excuse me, Mr. Wozniak?
Oh, hey. Nice virtual presence device.
Thank you. I just want to say I'm a big fan. You're my 15th favorite technological visionary.
Only 15th?
It's still 6 spots above Steve Jobs. I care neither for turtlenecks nor showmanship.
Yeah, I never got that turtleneck thing.
One of my proudest possessions is a vintage 1977 Apple II. Despite the file system limitations of Apple DOS 3.3, it was a pretty nifty little achievement.
Thanks. We were shooting for nifty. You know, if you had it here, I'd autograph it for you.
Don't move for 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how the buses are running.
Nerds.
I'm coming, Woz. I'm coming.